Alert Weather Forecast. My name is Dooley Godot, and we're going to talk about the national forecast, what we're going to see out there coming up for your Sunday, and we're going to take a look at what's going on for your Saturday evening across America. Here we are looking outside in Oklahoma City, the beautiful state capital of the state of Oklahoma. I used to live down there in Tulsa, so shout out to those folks down there. As you're getting ready to deal with some severe thunderstorms this afternoon, this evening, as storms are building out to your west, going to be making their way into your area shortly here. As you can see that camera bouncing around out there as we have those very high winds. Those winds are gusting 50 to 60 miles per hour along the central plains and southern plains from Texas all the way up into Minnesota and the Dakotas. We're seeing those winds just howling out there because of the influence of that strong storm that's over the northern plains right now and its associated cold front that extends deep into Texas and New Mexico, even goes down into Old Mexico. So we're going to see that the influence of that area of high pressure, of that storm system as well. In that area, we're going to be seeing some of you folks going to have to deal with a critical fire danger as well, as we have red flag warnings posted for western Oklahoma, northwestern Texas, and West Texas out to El Paso, as well as parts of New Mexico as well. That red flag warning extends into Kansas, Nebraska, as well as western South Dakota. It also covers parts of Wyoming and Colorado. So it just shows how extensive that red flag warning is that fire danger is very high. Not only do you have those low humidities, because some areas are west of the dry line, so you have those very low humidities in the single digit percent, and you have those high winds, 40 to 50 miles per hour winds, and you have dry lightning in some instances. Some of you folks going to see thunderstorms, and in some areas over the high plains, the relative humidity and the dew points are such that the surface layer is very dry with low relative humidities. So you may get some elevated thunderstorms that the rainfall will evaporate before it hits the ground. So you're going to get that virga. So it's going to spark lightning. So you're going to see that dry lightning. So I certainly expect to see some grass fires out there occurring because of that dry lightning from some of those thunderstorms that's going to be over the high plains into Colorado, especially in the western sections of Wyoming, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas. You guys might see some of those dry thunderstorms before your atmospheric layers moisten down to the surface. So before the entire column can have a chance to saturate, you may have to deal with some dry lightning out there. And also, if you're in Oklahoma, Texas, you guys gonna be seeing those fabulous looking spooky mesoscale tornadoes, those mesoscale convective systems. So you may deal with those rotating thunderstorms. If you're in the southern end of this storm, you're going to be seeing those discrete supercells. So you're going to be dealing with those low precipitation supercells that produce those tornadoes, and you can see how vivid, and the cloud structure is going to be very detailed in those kinds of situations. So that's really an exciting time to go storm chasing, to see those kinds of conditions. So, but we're going to take a look at the radar right now and kind of show you some of the trouble spots across America. Now here we are looking at the national radar across America, and we're going to look at some of the trouble spots across the country. Now here's the big view. Now we do have a few showers here in the northeast from the warm front that's associated with our big storm here in the northern plains. It's associated warm front extending off into New England there. So that's the warm front there. It's going to spread a few showers across that area. We saw our showers and storms this morning as a result of the warm front moving through our area. Now, here we are. Here's our big storm right through the center of the nation from the northern plains here in Minnesota. It's going to extend all the way down through all Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma. We got Texas in the house with this storm. It's going to extend all the way into Mexico. So here's those showers and thunderstorms along this very strong cold front. We got a dry line down here in South Texas here. We do have our dry line at that that dividing line between the dry air that's advecting out of Mexico into the storm system and out of the desert southwest as well, and some of that cooler air. So we have that air advecting into the storm as well as the moist air off of the Gulf of Mexico. So we have that dividing line right there. So that's why we get a dry line, because we have two different air masses that's convecting into the same space. So we have this warm air advection here, or we also call it theta E advection, which is moist air that it gets transported into a different location. So we're seeing this take place with all of these showers and storms right here across the center of the nation. So now let's zoom in onto some individual areas and take a closer look at exactly what's going on out there. Okay, here's our look at the northern plains right now, Minnesota, parts of Iowa, as well as the Dakotas over there. And we're seeing those showers and thunderstorms. We got a nice line of storms right about here that's going to be moving into the Twin Cities quite shortly. So you guys are going to be dealing with some strong showers and thunderstorms. There is a tornado watch for western Minnesota as well as eastern North Dakota here. There is a tornado watch for this region right here. No tornado warnings are in effect at this time, but we do have some strong thunderstorms building into North Dakota, passing Fargo and maybe Aberdeen here. We're going to be seeing some of those stronger thunderstorms down through Minneapolis, into Worthington and Mason City, Iowa. That's going to be dropping south below, down through Des Moines and on down to points further south. We're going to be seeing those thunderstorms lift north. They're going to be riding into the Twin Cities from the south, but as a whole, this frontal boundary is slowly going to make its way to the east. So I'm thinking about an hour and a half or so, the Twin Cities are going to get in on some of the thunderstorm activity that's coming in from the west. So now we're looking down here through Iowa and through Missouri. We got Kansas and Oklahoma City as well. There's Oklahoma City down here. We got Kansas City and St. Louis right there. These are all the areas that's in the bullseye for some severe thunderstorms this evening. You folks down in Oklahoma City are just about to deal with some thunderstorms that's going to work its way into your area right now. As you can see right in here, we're going to have those strong showers and some severe thunderstorms moving your way, as we got that severe potential here, as also here we have that potential there for severe thunderstorms. All right, let's take a closer look at Oklahoma City right now, as we're seeing those showers and thunderstorms just to the west of you, folks, and they are lifting north and east, and eventually here we're going to be seeing those storms work its way through your area. We got Moore and Midwest City and the Village. All you folks are going to be dealing with these severe thunderstorms as well. Eventually they're going to make its way to the north, Bartlesville, Tulsa. You're going to be seeing those showers and storms as well as we progress through your evening. So please just be weather aware and pay attention to your local forecast and the local conditions to your area, as we're seeing some of these thunderstorms work its way. As you can see how their individual cells this is what's called a quasi-linear squall line. So we have a QLCS. So we have these broken individual cells. These are discrete cells here. So these could become your tornadic thunderstorms. Here is Lawton, Oklahoma there. Shout out to the folks at Lawton University. At Langston University, excuse me. Half of my family graduated from Langston University. So we have those folks down there in Lawton, Oklahoma. So we're going to be seeing you folks down there in Lawton, going to be seeing one of these cells right here move through your area as well. Here we are zoomed out as a whole. So if we take one last look at this big system, as we look out to the west, things are fairly dry out to the Pacific Northwest and on the west coast and down into Southern California and the desert Southwest. We're seeing dry conditions. We do have some snow showers here across North Dakota into Montana. There is snow where they're going to experience some blizzard conditions. There is a blizzard warning posted for this area here. So that is a look at the radar and the activity that's going on across the country. Here is your national weather forecast. Okay, so now it's time to jump into some of our weather maps and take a look at what's going on across the country and what you can expect for your Sunday as you make your way out to go to church or enjoy your Sunday activities. So here we are taking a look at the watches and warnings. This is all the stuff that's going on right now across the country on your Saturday evening, and we see all of this activity in the middle of the country here. This is where our big storm here is currently centered over the northern plains, North Dakota and South Dakota and Minnesota right there. It's right in this region here. So here we are, tornado watch here across northern Minnesota as well as South North Dakota there. So this area here, you guys have a tornado watch in effect, and we have those high wind warnings through the northern plains, all the way extending down through Oklahoma and North Texas. You're seeing those winds in excess of 50 miles per hour in this region. We also have our red flag warning here through the western plains and the southern plains down into Texas and New Mexico there. So our red flag warning here. Here we are, another wind advisory for this location across the high plains of Colorado, New Mexico. We have Colorado. We got Colorado. Let me get it straight here. We got Colorado, Nebraska. We have Wyoming. And also in this high wind watch area. So, and we have winter weather advisories here in Montana, as well as in North Dakota and South Dakota, winter weather advisories for this location. And then we have some various flood watches down here across the Mississippi River Delta, as some of the melting snow and all of the runoff from the rivers to the north all funnel into the Mississippi River Delta there. So as we're going to see some seasonal flooding in that part of the country. So here is a look at what's going on our radar map, on our weather map. This is what we're going to see for your Sunday. So for Sunday, our storm system moves a little bit further east, and the low pressure center starts to work its way into southern Canada. So Edmonton, you folks might be under the gun for some thunderstorms and maybe some severe weather into southern Canada there. But the cold front is going to extend all the way back down here through the state of Texas into Old Mexico there, but we're going to see those showers and thunderstorms move a little bit further east. Dallas is going to be under the gun for your Sunday for showers and thunderstorms, maybe some severe storms, a little bit less severe than it is today, because this storm is going to begin to weaken and lose a little bit of punch as it moves to the east. We'll see some showers and thunderstorms coming in here off of the Gulf of Mexico too, through Louisiana and parts of western Mississippi here. It's going to spread some showers and thunderstorms. We'll see a little bit more snow here across the high plains and the rim country off to the leeward side of the Rockies here. We're going to see this snow and mixed precipitation through these regions for your Sunday. A little bit of rain tries to move on shore across the Pacific Northwest as our next cold front out there over the northern Pacific begins to work its way in. We'll see dry conditions across the southwest as well as the southeast as high pressure remains in control. That warm front is going to spark a few showers here in the mid-Atlantic states and parts of the northeast, as well as down in Florida. We're going to see those sea breeze showers get blown in because of that high pressure off of the East Coast here. The Bermuda high is riding high right now, so it's going to funnel in some of those sea breeze showers. Anybody that live in Miami are well familiar with the random showers that come on shore right at the beach. So if you're down there in South Beach and you get hit with one of those 30-second downpours, those storms ain't no joke. They're not severe, but boy, that is some heavy rain, and it lasts less than a minute, but that's what they're going to be dealing with down in good old Florida down there. So here's a look at our severe weather threat for your Saturday. This is what we're going to be seeing for the rest of this evening across America. That severe weather threat all the way here into the northern plains. Our tornado watch is in effect for this region here, and then it's going to spread. The severe weather is going to spread on down the coast, on down this weather front here, all the way into the southern plains, North Texas, Oklahoma City. You're going to be dealing with that severe weather in just about an hour or so. The same as for you folks in Minneapolis. It's going to be dealing with it in about 1 to 2 hours as those storms are making their way to the east from the west there. So if you're in this region, prepare for dealing with severe weather for about the next hour or so in all of these regions. So Minneapolis is here. We got Des Moines here. Here we are with Oklahoma City. Dallas, Fort Worth is down there. You guys will be getting severe weather for your Sunday. Well, not necessarily severe, but you will be seeing thunderstorms for your Sunday. Here's what Sunday is going to look like as far as the severe weather is concerned. Here we are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. You're going to be under the gun for some thunderstorm. Now, this is going to be at moderate risk for severe weather for your area, but you won't be dealing with that slight risk. So this is just isolated severe storms. A tornado is possible, but not going to be the biggest threat. Damaging winds and hail is going to be the biggest threat with these storms for your area, as well as into St. Louis, Chicago as well. You guys are going to be under the gun for some of that severe weather as that frontal boundary makes its way slowly to the east. It's kind of not moving very quickly to the east. And here what we're going to see for Monday, only the slight risk, the moderate risk exists, not a moderate risk, a marginal risk exists down here across West Texas. And remember, it's been fairly dry down there, so that risk for dry lightning is going to be a danger and that fire potential. So be very careful down there. But we're going to see some non-severe thunderstorms work its way all the way up into the northeast. From the south here, we're going to see it travel through different states. And down here, you can see the states that's going to be under the gun with some of that severe weather. So we're talking about San Antonio, Texas, Austin, Texas. We got Little Rock, and we're talking about New Alexandria down in Texas. So all you folks down in Texas might be dealing with some of that severe weather threat for your Monday. All right, so we're going to talk about fires now. Now we're going to be dealing with that critical fire warning out here across the southern plains. We got New Mexico here, North Texas, as well as the Oklahoma Panhandle, extending into Kansas. You guys are going to be dealing with that critical fire weather. We're going to have elevated fire weather in this orange area here, so you have that risk for those grass fires to form. And you're going to have dry lightning in a lot of areas associated with that storm system that's working its way to the east. For a Sunday, no fire risk because that front will have passed through, have cooled things down, maybe dropped a little moisture, so that fire risk will be greatly diminished for your Sunday. So that's a wonderful news right there. That's something that's good to report, that fire danger is not there. Here's our mesoscale discussion right here. We have that potentially severe situation here in Oklahoma. It hasn't really been issued yet, but that potential exists here across central Oklahoma, including Oklahoma City, where you can see that potential for severe weather. And here is our winter weather severe potential. We have blizzard watch for this area here. In the northern plains, we have Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, and North Dakota are all under the gun here for blizzard conditions. Now, you're only going to get maybe 6 inches of snow out of this at the most. So it's not going to be like that 36-inch storm you had a couple weeks ago, but it will be very heavy snow, but it won't last long. But you're going to have those 50-mile-an-hour winds out there, so it's going to create a nice ground blizzard for a lot of you folks out there in the northern plains. So here we are looking at the forecast for the Great Lakes in the Northeast. We have the northern plains here. We're going to see some rain showers for your Sunday as we get on the backside of that low pressure center. As it begins to lift on out of here, we're going to see those showers and thunderstorms through the northern Great Lakes here. Michigan, we're going to see it coming to the Ohio Valley. We got Indiana, Illinois, Missouri. We're going to see those showers and thunderstorms for your Sunday. We're going to see drier conditions here across the Northeast. Maybe a few showers down here along the mid-Atlantic states. So the big cities, Philadelphia and Washington, D.C., Baltimore, you guys might see a few showers for your area, but nothing severe, very scattered, and nothing really heavy. Maybe a shower also in the Boston area. Here's your temperatures for your Sunday. We're going to see things warm up quite nicely here in the Northwest, in the Northeast, as we see those temperatures reach the 80s on the interior here of upstate New York. We're seeing those 80s, 70s in Pennsylvania, maybe some 80s over western Pennsylvania, extending to near 90 down in West Virginia, Kentucky as well. We'll see those 80s through Ohio, Indiana, and we'll see the 70s through Illinois and Michigan. We'll see those 70s. Things will fall back into the 50s across the northern plains in Minnesota. We'll see those 50s throughout Wisconsin and Iowa, 50s and 60s over the southern parts in eastern Iowa and Wisconsin. Here we're going to see those temperatures near 70s. So overall, a nice day as far as temperatures are going to be concerned across the Northeast and the Great Lakes area. Here we are looking at the Southeast. The Southeast is going to be just dandy for your Sunday, as we're going to see dry, clear skies across much of the Southeast, from Atlanta into Charlotte. Beautiful conditions out there. A few showers, maybe some storms down here in Louisiana, New Orleans, Mobile, Alabama, and Biloxi, Mississippi. You guys might see a shower or thunderstorm here, but I don't expect anything severe in this region for your Sunday. But just be careful out there with some of those storms. And we'll see those showers here along the east coast of Florida, those sea breeze showers as a result of that high pressure out over the Atlantic. So here's the temperatures for the Southeast. Warm conditions, very warm. We're seeing the mid to upper 80s through Florida, as well as into Georgia. We're going to see those 80s extend up the eastern seaboard into Virginia. We're going to see those temperatures in the 80s. Kentucky, Tennessee, as well. We're going to see the 80s, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, as well as Arkansas. We're going to see those temperatures hit the mid 80s for some of you folks out there. Here is the Southwest. We're talking about dry conditions. California, San Francisco, down to LA. Going to be just beautiful out there. Las Vegas, Nevada. We got southern Utah is going to be good. St. George, Provo. You guys are going to be in good shape for your Sunday. Arizona, Phoenix, Sedona, Tucson, Yuma. Going to be good. A good sunny day for you, as well as New Mexico. We'll see nice conditions. We won't see any stormy weather until you get into Texas. Dallas, Fort Worth, you guys are going to be dealing with some showers and thunderstorms out there. Might be an isolated severe storm, as well as Oklahoma City. You're just on the edge of that watch area for those severe thunderstorms. We'll be seeing it in Arkansas, Little Rock. You guys might pick up a severe thunderstorm or two as well for your area. We'll see dry conditions across Nebraska and Kansas into Missouri here in Iowa. You'll see a drier day as compared to what you're seeing for your Saturday. Here's your temperatures across the Southwest. We're going to see it warm out there, but a bit cooler than it has been, as we're going to see those upper 80s here across the desert Southwest into Arizona. Phoenix, you're going to see a high of 89 degrees. 84 for you people down in Tucson, 77 in Las Vegas. Salt Lake City is going to be a cool spot with a temperature of 58. Denver, you're going to have a high of 56 degrees for your Sunday. As we can look at California, 80 down in San Diego, 87 in LA, so it's going to be getting kind of warm out there. 81 in Bakersfield. We'll see 66 up there in San Francisco. All right, here's the Pacific Northwest. Dry conditions, Seattle and Portland. Maybe some showers going to try to come on shore, the Puget Sound. Seattle, you guys are going to see that rain Sunday night. But we'll see that snow here across the northern plains. But it's going to be kind of easing up a little bit for Sunday. We do have a little bit of a blizzard conditions. But it's not that the snow is going to be particularly heavy. But it's going to be because of the winds And the snow that has fallen is going to be blowing. So we're going to see a lot of blowing snow, and it's going to be those 50 miles per hour winds that's going to be carrying that snow off. So you're going to have the blizzard conditions continuing because of those high winds. And we'll see a few snow showers here along the range of the Rockies here. We're going to be talking about you folks over in Cody, Wyoming, Jackson Hole. We're going to be dealing with some snow showers for your area, for your expensive ranches and everything out there in the Grand Tetons. But down here in Colorado as well, we'll be dealing with a few snow showers for your area. All right, here's the temperatures for the Pacific Northwest and the Northern Rockies. So Seattle, you're going to see a high of 65. You're going to be 70 down in Portland, so the nice warm spot for the Pacific Northwest. Spokane, you're going to see a high of 64 degrees. Eugene, Oregon is going to be 67. Shasta, California is going to be 81 for your high. And you got Lake Tahoe, that's going to see a high of 69. 65 for Carson City. So you're going to see beautiful weather conditions for your area. But if you're in Minot, North Dakota, you're going to be the cold spot with a high of 34 degrees. 36 over here in Williston. We're going to see 38 in Bismarck. 38 for you folks in Grand Forks. 42 for you guys in northern Minnesota there. So we got Grand Forks here, and we got Fargo. That's going to see a high temperature, 42. Kind of had a brain freeze there. I know my places. Say just can't get it out of my mouth sometimes. So you guys in Sioux Falls are going to see a high of 48 degrees. Going to be 42 in Aberdeen. So you guys are going to see some nice temperatures. So if you get out to the Black Hills, it's going to be kind of chilly. So if you're going to be going to see the Mount Rushmore, you might want to put your light jacket on. You're going to see those temperatures in the upper 30s and lower 40s. So that was a look at the weather across America. My name is Julie Godot. Thanks for watching this video. I'll be back again tomorrow. This is all I'm going to do for today, unless the weather gets too out of control and we have to do an emergency program. But other than that, you guys should be good now with your weather coverage. Thanks for watching. Please leave your likes, your comments, and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back tomorrow, and we're going to talk about your Monday forecast, all right? Everybody have a great evening, and be safe out there if you're dealing with the severe weather.